3 weeks prior to losing our baby, and we knew the loss was inevitable, and we grieve the loss to this day. We've had 2 more IVF cycles in the last year since the loss of our twins, and it's certainly been trying on us both financially and emotionally. There are many days where we just have to laugh at each other, just to get through those difficult moments. Often my husband will tell me the next day, he'll remind me of how crazy I sounded the night before. And believe me, I'm pretty sure I've gotten pretty crazy on the hormones. So we've now begun the 4th and last attempt at IVF under a really new controversial program. I'm currently undergoing a new protocol for IVF, and it's very new to Canada. There are 2 clinics in Canada that's doing this, but it's in the clinical stages, and that's the Calgary Fertility Clinic and the Toronto Fertility Clinic. I'm 38 right now. I'm going to be 39 in January 2010. And for the next few months, I'm going to be on a drug, and it's an illegal drug in Canada. It's called DHEA. DHEA is being used in the New York Fertility Clinic as well as the Toronto Fertility Clinic, and most people know DHEA as the bodybuilder's drug. It's a human growth hormone, an anabolic steroid. It's a male growth hormone, and it's currently undergoing scientific research for its effects on HIV patients, cancer patients, and other ailments like depression and whatnot. The fertility clinic in New York has been using DHEA for older women who have attempted IVF cycles without any success. Now, DHEA is not allowed to be used in Canada without a prescription under the care of a physician. It's monitored quite carefully in Canada. It's because it's an anabolic steroid, it has had some success in helping women with aging ovaries and poor quality eggs, and also women who've been poor responders to previous IVF treatments like myself. We're really hopeful that this is going to work. The side effects can be quite serious and dangerous, and there's health concerns. Therefore, Health Canada has not approved DHEA. The drug really hasn't been around long enough. The doctors don't have enough data on it to be able to say its success or its long-term effects and whatnot. So there really isn't a lot of research, but it's very new in regards to using it for fertility treatment. So far, my side effects have been pretty mild in comparison to the long list of side effects that are expected. I've only been on it just over 2 weeks. It's weird, but it seems every night I have like feverish symptoms. I get very hot, and I break out in really bad sweats. I'm starting to lose my hair, which is the most common one. And the oily skin and the acne is the one that most people get. I haven't got acne. Hope I don't. But I have gotten the oilier skin. My husband's noticed a difference in my mood swings. He says it's as if my personality has been slightly altered, in the sense that it's kind of ironic, but I feel really mellowed out. It's as if I've become my husband. My husband's really introverted, quiet, laid back, and mellow. And I'm sort of the hyper extroverted sociable one. I've kind of become the introvert, really mellow, laid back. I find myself not really upset or excited about anything. And typically I'm a pretty passionate person, and certain things affect me quite easily. So my husband jokes that I'm acting more normal like a man, and how women actually should be. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've gone from certainly chatty Cathy to more, I guess you could say, uninterested in carrying out the long conversations that I normally would. But I realize it's the DHEA having an effect on me. And I'm hoping that I won't have any more of the serious side effects that are common to taking DHEA. But if it gives us a chance to have a baby, I'll endure anything at this point. But I would like to apologize to everyone in advance. I probably am slightly more sensitive recently, but I do have a good health excuse. It's the drugs. I also started taking, for the women out there, if you're interested in doing alternative treatments, I am doing acupuncture. I started in August, and it's supposed to help the process of IVF, but I got to tell you, it's really helped the anxiety I've had. It's really helped with the stress. It's helped me fall asleep at night. I'm having, not getting migraines from the hormone treatments which they give you. So I just want to let you know, if you're considering alternative stuff, it really helps you. And, if I could just reach the couples out there that are going through fertility treatment and let them know that they're not alone. And if I could reach the couples out there that don't have a problem with fertility, maybe just to let you maybe have a better understanding so you can be there for the people that you know in your lives that are going through infertility. If I could sum it up, infertility is, it's feeling alone in a crowd of parents, really feeling like you don't fit in. It's finding out your sister-in-law is pregnant again and finding and mustering the courage to congratulate her. Infertility is people minimizing how you feel because they don't understand how to be supportive. It's having your heart broken every month when you take your pregnancy test. It's trading intimacy and romance and passion that's supposed to be normal for injection shots, blood work, monitors, ultrasounds. It's marking down in your husband's BlackBerry your date nights for optimal timing. It's invasive and it's intrusive, and it's constantly being tested by doctors and poked and probed. Nobody wants that. It's asking the nurse to use your left arm because the veins in your right arm are gone from all the IVs you've had that week. Infertility is avoiding pregnant women and your friends, baby showers and baby aisles. It's watching your husband play with someone else's baby, wishing that you could give him one. It's discovering that you have jealous bones in your body after all. Infertility is feeling left out when your friends share pregnancy stories and birth stories. Infertility can make you question your self-worth, your goals, your faith. It's such an emotional roller coaster. It truly is. It's trying new things and alternatives outside of modern medicine. It's finding faith if you don't have it. Infertility is wishing you could give your parents grandchildren. It's wanting to fall apart every time somebody says to you, "Why don't you just adopt?" That drives me crazy. I know they mean well, but that's not something you want to hear when you're going through something like that. Infertility is reading the labels of the hormone drugs and finding out which one is worse than the other, which one's going to have worse side effects. It's hoping that you maybe take the drug that makes you gain the 15 pounds versus getting the depression the other drug gives you. It's, it's feeling alone, even when you have the most supportive husband in the world. Infertility is like feeling alone. It's like feeling like a failure. Infertility is, wondering if your husband wishes he secretly married a younger woman. It's getting angry when people say to you, maybe it's time you should give up. Infertility is so difficult on a marriage, it can separate even the most loving couples. Infertility is driving your husband insane with unexpected irrational outbursts like I did last night. My husband looked over at me when we were watching TV and I was downloading music on my iPod. And I don't know what got into me, but I didn't want him to look at me. And I yelled out, "Don't look at me!" And he just kind of smiled and looked away as fast as he could. And he just was like, "Okay." Infertility is making your husband do mental gymnastics at least 7 times a day. And that's not an exaggeration. Infertility is wanting to strangle someone when they suggest, "Why don't you take a vacation?" When you've already taken 7 vacations in the last 2 years because people say, "Take a vacation, maybe you'll get pregnant." Well, believe me, we've tried. Infertility is wanting to cry every time someone says to you, "Why don't you just try relaxing?" When you've been doing yoga and meditating and acupuncture. Infertility is finding out you have more passion, strength, and courage that you could ever imagine. Infertility is gaining a deeper love and devotion for your husband due to the trials that you've been together. Infertility is having your husband with pure sarcasm and a smile look at you and say, "You're a real joy to be with right now," when you know that you're driving him crazy and he loves you and he's still there, he's sticking around. Infertility is finding out you have such an incredible husband knowing that most people would just hit the road. You know, infertility is needing and having the support of your friends and family. If I could give you one piece of advice going through this, just really appreciate yourselves, really appreciate your husband, and know that he's going through it with you, and that if it doesn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, it isn't the end of the world. You have an amazing partner, somebody who loves you, and they're going through it with you. I wish you all the best of luck, and I wish you all pregnant thoughts, pregnant karma, and hopefully I'll have an update. I'm supposed to go through IVF in late December, early January, after I've been on the fertility drugs that I'm on right now in the DHEA. So maybe I'll have some good luck for everybody out there. And baby thoughts, baby karma, relax, breathe, love yourself, love your husband, and be good to yourself. Take care.